Welcome.
Hi.
You are joining us for our 58th podcast.
We are the Cashmere Goat. I'm Iris.
I'm Kristen.
We're located in Camden, Maine.
Yes, and it is the beginning of February. It's been very cold, although it's supposed to be 30 today.
Yesterday too.
Yeah, it just feels amazing.
It feels amazing. I mean, it was 12 degrees when I was walking with the dog this morning, and it kind of felt balmy.
I know, it's so weird. It's so weird.
There was also no wind, which is
Mm-hmm.
always a big factor.
Yes. My little dog is like, her paws, she's like, oh, but she won't wear boots. But the other day we walked a little farther down the driveway, not far.
Yeah.
And then she did her thing, and then she's like, started walking back, and she's like, oh, and stopped and lifted one leg up, and she doesn't really love being carried, but she let me pick her up.
Oh.
I carried her until we got closer to the house. Her little paws were so cold. It's been so cold. So yeah.
Well, and my dog it was like I was hearing this like click, 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 but it wasn't the noise of her toenails because, whatever. It was the snowballs. She hadn't taken care of the snowballs in the bottom of her pads like she usually does. And so I was like, just these little ice cubes stuck in the pads.
So the pads, though, because there's so much fur between them, they keep her feet warmer, right?
I don't know. Or do they actually attract more snow?
But she can go outside and play, right?
I think also that has to do with she has really, like, she's a doodle. So she has the poodle type paws as opposed to the lab. So there's not a lot of surface area. They're a little pointier.
Okay.
They're
right.
little trotters.
Yep. My little dog is just frozen in the snow. So yesterday she was happy we ran around for a little while.
Nice.
And we will today.
Yep. But the sun's starting to feel stronger all of a sudden, which is nice. We're getting a little longer days.
We definitely
also
are.
Nice. It's a great time for wearing your woolies, which we love.
It is. So
And what? Jinx!
What are you wearing, Iris?
This is my love note by Tin Can Knits. It was our spring knit along last spring, and I used Meridian, which is a sock yarn by Seven Sisters Arts.
Beautiful stuff.
Held it together with, oh my gosh, look where I'm handily located next to the Lang lace in this beautifully hot pink. And so it has this lovely halo, and I'm also wearing, this is my sherbet bandana, and I used is it the Honor? The Honor, which is, oh, nope, it wasn't there.
Well, I was actually thinking about this stuff for one of those. This is Puma cashmere, and it's cashmere, but it's just a little bit of cashmere, but it's 16%, a little bit of nylon, and the rest of it is like super soft wool.
It's
And
light
it's
and
like
fluffy.
light and fluffy, and I think it would make a great one of
Oh,
those.
so soft. Especially if, like, because this is Surrey alpaca.
Yes.
So if you're not an alpaca fan, that could be a good option.
This is light, and it's lighter, so it's going to have
That could be a
fluffy.
yeah.
That'd be a good project. That'd be a good palette cleanser, as we call it in the shop when you're working
This
on.
was like the work of a couple nights.
Yeah, when you're working on like all these intense projects and things you have to do, and then sometimes you just need a little palette cleanser.
And also sometimes if you're working with like a giant sweater and you can't lug it around, you need something a little more portable.
You do.
Which this would be.
Yep.
And what are you wearing? One of my favorites.
Thank you. It's been cold enough for me to break this sweater out because I often don't wear it because the store is so hot. This is from Flynn Knits, and I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Did you do a test knit?
It was a test knit, I think it'll be 3 summers ago this summer.
I just love this little bit of blue accent
oh my gosh.
here.
And this color, these are all also Seven Sisters. They're her Meridian yarn, which is a worsted weight.
Wait, Zodiac.
I mean, yeah. oops, scratch.
Yep.
I mean Zodiac.
Yep.
And it's got a little touch of cashmere in it. And
it's so round and bouncy too, so fun to do color work with.
Color here, this lighter blue, it's on the cuff too. I was obsessed with it. And so it all kind of came from there because I didn't want a whole sweater out of that, but I knew I wanted it.
It looks so good with the teal.
So it's a little different. It's a little wild, but I like it.
There's something about teal with those kinds of earthy tones that I think is really a beautiful pairing.
And so what are we knitting? What are we knitting on?
Okay, guess. Okay, no, you don't have to guess. We're knitting the Cartography by Tin Can Knits, which is our winter knit along. Yes. And it's not too late to join us. In fact, this week is the week we're meeting up with Alexa Ludeman, the designer, one of the 2 design team at Tin Can Knits. And she generously offered to meet with us again when we asked. And so we're going to get a little Q&A. It's always so fun to ask questions of the designer, but also just show our knits, and they love seeing it.
I was going to say, I'd like to think it's fun for them
too.
Because they get to see everybody in the process. And usually that's something that, you see pictures, but you don't talk to a bunch of people that are knitting your sweater design. So.
And seeing the ways people modify it. And she's just a super person to hang out with. So I will drop one of our past visits with her in the link below so you can just see how awesome she is. But we'll have another recording of this tomorrow's visit with her soon.
Tomorrow. So this is mine.
Oh my God. Yeah, hold it right up. Oh my gosh.
I'm plugging along.
Yep.
I am at the part where there are so many stitches that each row is so long.
Yeah.
So I try to do at least a couple every day, and it's growing slow but sure.
Also, so I don't know that you can see this, but this dark color here, it's not black or gray. It is the most beautiful olive.
Yes, it's
so incredible.
So, and this is Rambouillet mostly, and then the 2 browns, no, the brown and the green, which doesn't look like green in this, are BFL fleece.
Yeah. So that's the Fleece Bluefaced Leicester.
And next time I'll try to remember my other sweater I'm working on in the fell side and show you how funny color is when you mix it with other colors. So
it has such a classic look.
Yes, as my adult son said, "Oh, that looks old, Mom." Meaning
classic.
And
I finished sleeve 1 on mine. So I have one sleeve where I clearly need to pick up the underarm stitches and get going. But then I finished sleeve 2, and sleeves go fast. They go really fast. And because I wanted to not have to weave in 9 million ends at the ends, I have sewn and woven all of my body ends in. And so, yes, there are still, sleeves. A few million sleeve ends in here. Reality. But I figured that way when I get to the end, I'll just have 2 sleeves worth of ends but the fit is good.
I think it's somewhere they braid them, right? They braid them and they don't sew them in.
Okay, you have to show your new stitch stoppers.
Oh. These are my new Hawks and Pines stitch stoppers.
Hedgies. Oh my God, they remind me of bristle blocks.
Oh yeah.
Remember
yes, I do.
Bristle blocks from the 1970s if you were a kid in the 70s.
Those are my little hedgies.
So stinking cute.
I was like, I didn't have a pair on here because they were all used on other things, and
that's how you know you need a new pair.
And then this is a 40-inch needle because of where I'm at in this sweater, and stuff was still falling off. Whatever it takes to make it work.
I finished something. I finished my Elfburgh hat by Ysolda. This is the designer of the Musselburgh, and it is a same sort of concept of double-sided. So double thickness. This is a DK weight yarn that was in my stash, and I really wanted something special to do with it. And so
how cute is that? It's Iris, our little pixie girl.
It's very fun, and I love the yarn so much in it, and the ties aren't too long.
And how is it when it's cold?
It's great, and it really like covers right the back of my head, and there's this nice little shaping back here. So if you felt like the Musselburgh was a little boring, this is a little less boring.
Everyone's gonna ask, because this yarn is stunning.
Outrageous.
It's just simply gorgeous.
We don't have it in the shop. This was some beautiful La Bien Aimee that a friend brought back as a gift for me. This is the Merino DK, and it's Direwolf Graffiti, which I don't think is a color available right now, but
it's so pretty.
And so a lot of different ways you can do this. As a reversible hat, there's some fun stripes ones that I've seen. I had a little bit of issue with fit, and so I actually emailed and just gave my feedback. Similar to the Musselburgh, this is a pattern where you can use multiple yarn weights, and then you're just looking at your like doing your gauge up at the top to see how many stitches per inch you're getting. And with the first time I knit this, because this is take 2, the first time I knit it, there were some real differences in my depth of bonnet. So even though I was making the size that should have fit my head, the depth was wrong, and I had to tear the whole thing out. So I kept really good track of what my measurements were with the first go, what for that size, what they should have been. And then I went up a size in the hat, and then I took those measurements, which still weren't exact, but it does seem like this hat would depend more on row gauge than the Musselburgh, because with the Musselburgh, you're just like, I want it longer, great, I'll just knit a few more inches in the middle. But so I'll be interested to hear what their pattern design team comes back with, because that is I was like, I would definitely knit this again, but I don't know.
Yeah. So, and for those of you who don't know, row gauge is how many stitches this way. We're always talking about how many stitches per inch this way, but this, and often it doesn't matter what your row gauge is, because you're knitting, like when you're doing a sweater, you're knitting so many inches. But I think it can come into play with yoke sweaters. And bigger sizes of yoke sweaters like this. I was talking about this being a little wider, and I'm sure that row gauge has something to do with that.
And there was a person with Cartography where row gauge was bigger then, and so then the fit of the yoke was different. And I would say definitely when you're thinking about like armhole depth, that is a key thing. So if you get that way wrong and suddenly your armhole is down here or way up in your armpit, that's...
I don't like it, so I'm hoping the sweater's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, check your row gauge.
Yeah, I guess I should. That's what I'll be doing when we are done with this. I'll be checking my row gauge.
And actually, speaking of that, I tried on my sleeve after last week's Zoom with the knitters, because somebody said, now, did you just stop when the pattern said stop on the motifs? And I was like, yeah. And then I just went into ribbing, and she was like, oh, and it fit well. And I was like,
I didn't.
Okay. So thanks, Julie, for that reminder, because I did actually add an additional final little motif. I felt like for me and how long I wanted my ribbing to be, I wanted just a little bit more of a motif there, a little length, plus I wanted another decrease. I wanted like just the way I wanted to fit a little.
Yep.
Anyway, so always good to try things on.
It is. So
we've had some exciting deliveries lately.
We both looked to our baskets.
We've got our goodies in the baskets here, and it's fun when you get like one delivery that you've been eagerly anticipating. But yesterday we got 3 hotly anticipated deliveries.
Right, and so I actually haven't looked at these really. Like we put them in these baskets, and I glanced at them yesterday. So this beauty is Donegal tweed. This is from Lang, and this is just like yarn. And I don't know if it's, I don't know how it's the same, but it is. It's made in Ireland. I think it's the same mill. And back a long time ago, I knit with a Taki Stacy Charles yarn called Donegal Tweed.
Yeah.
And it is very much, it looks the same type of ply.
Single ply.
It is one of my top yarns. I haven't knit with it in years.
DK weight.
No, it's worsted.
No, it's worsted.
It's worsted.
Okay. Worsted weight.
It's going to fluff out.
Yes.
It's worsted weight.
You're getting in a 50-gram ball 105 meters.
So
yeah, that would be worsted, right?
And there's great colors.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Just amazing.
This is like starry
We have
night
a little
sky.
bit of everything. I'm not showing all of the colors.
Because we have a whole basket of like some of the brighter colors. We've got neutrals.
But they'll be all online.
Look, St. Patrick's Day, Donegal
And then
Tweed.
this one just kills me. I just love it. It's just speckled with all of the fun colors. So if I had thought about it today, I would have brought, I have a sweater that fit my son when I made him when he was 4. It was the Elizabeth Zimmerman
Cute.
roll neck, simple sweater, but it wore so well and it's classic and beautiful. It is a very rustic yarn. So
But
it's
soft. I'm not feeling a lot of itch for me.
I think it's great. But some of you will find it not soft. It will soften
Itch is
up.
relative.
It will soften up. It is a rugged yarn. This yarn is going to last.
Is it going to pill?
It pills a little bit at the beginning, but
Okay.
it doesn't like pill and pill and pill and
Yeah.
pill. It is one of my favorites that we've had for
Look.
years.
What
And
if you put it like with
there? Uh-oh.
Sorry.
I think Iris just had a moment. I have wanted Donegal Tweed since I opened the store, and I now have it.
Yay.
Yay.
It's great. I think this is going to be super popular.
I'm very excited about it.
And I feel like there's definitely, of course, always going to be demand for yarns that are washable, that might be superwash, that might have acrylic in them. That's definitely always going to be there. But I'm getting more questions from people that are like, I want 100% wool.
Well, and superwash is 100% wool. It's just treated.
Right.
And I actually...
Good distinction.
I watched a YouTube video about a guy, and he was addressing superwash in like a t-shirt from those t-shirt companies, and it was about odor and durability and stuff, because those t-shirts are very thin, and talking about different types of materials, and he talked about the wool, and basically there's scales on wool, and the superwash process sort of dulls them so they don't grab each other.
Like through a chemical process.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you could think of it as, you didn't want that because of the chemical process and that it was as bad as acrylic. But in reality, it is still wool.
Yeah.
And there is a percentage that is, it's not plastic coated wool, which some people have termed it as such. So there's pros and cons.
It's a very individual decision.
And I wear a lot of like I have the pants I have right now are wool pants, and they go in the washer and dryer, and I wear them all the time at this time of year, and they're my favorites. They even have pockets.
I know. I just got some that are like the yoga pants, but for winter, extra thick, with pocket for my phone. Hardly want to take them off.
Yeah, they're great, and they are definitely warmer than just cotton pants. And so, so this is the other side of that, though. This is wool. This is woolly wool. This is Irish wool. This is all the things about wool that we know and love. Very sustainable, and there's no museling. There's all these good things about this wool, and I could talk about wool all day. I'll stop now.
We get to talk about wool all day. Most days.
And we also got, and
the bag.
this is new to me. I have not, this just came yesterday. This is thread and maple. So we are dipping our toe into the thread and maple ecosystem to see if y'all want it. And the way we have done this is by getting the smaller
needle binder.
Yeah, it's like the mini. It's not that small.
And these are made in the US, is that right?
No. They come from Canada, and I think they're made in Ukraine.
Okay. Oh my God, I wish you could smell the leather.
So this is the cover.
We always talk about smell-o-vision. Well, this is
And
a nice
it's got 2 snaps so that when you get it all full, because you can see the binder is big.
Yep.
And so this is the binder, and there's pockets. Yep. And like I said, I'm still figuring this stuff out.
I have like
too.
the little on-the-go one that I love.
And then I don't know.
And so this like goes in here.
Okay, yeah.
So you've got your interchangeable needles. It's Velcro, which is great. You can pop your cords in here. And then there's also like magnetic. So it's really nice when you satisfying little, sorry.
And
like, yeah.
No, I'm glad. And so, and these fit in here. They go like this. And there's multiple
so you
pages.
can like close it up. It's closed and tidy. Open it up, and then these, right? They're customized for the type of needle tip.
So these are tri-goos because that's what we sell the most of. I believe these are tri-goo ones.
And there was,
and if you want to just, this is its storage, and if you want to stick it somewhere else, you're like, oh, I need this. I'm gonna need 3 needles right now. I'm gonna just bring this over to where I'm working.
it's great.
So. This is, like I said, new to me. This is my first time getting my hands on it.
Beautiful.
And we did get, and this was my choice because I figured this was just the most beautiful little case.
Oh.
I just love the look of it. I love the idea of it. Also magnetic, so it snaps close. You could hear it. And there's even a little zipper pouch.
Comes with some stitch markers in there.
So, oh wow.
Yep.
It does.
Little metal stitch markers. Yep.
Yep, just little circles. So we got these in several colors. You should have been showing these. You can't barely keep your hands
I
off
love
of them.
seeing you show them. Yes. Oh gosh. So
these are just so pretty.
They're so
and
pretty.
Fun. And I knew for me, like, this is what I would want. So
the leather's really, really nice. I received the little on the go one a couple years ago, and the leathers really holds up nicely. The one that I have is just designed for like maybe it's like one project's worth of tools, so it's got a few holes for like maybe a couple of needles that you might need, so you're not traveling with the binder, but they're beautiful.
So yeah, how fun are these? And let us know your feedback. And if you want something from Thread and Maple, we are more than happy to put it on next month's order.
Yeah, we're just getting a feel for it, so it's exciting.
So any feedback is great. And yeah, we're a leather store now because we have these and the redesigned bags.
Yes. I have some book show and tell. I'm like a book lover person, former librarian, so I love to talk books. We had lots of requests for this book, Math for Knitters by Kate Atherley, who we know and love. I got this book when I did a pre-order for this book for myself, and it's just really, it's the kind of book that if you are an experienced knitter, like for me, I really enjoy reading through kind of how she's presenting certain concepts that we think about. Like let's say about row gauge, or let's say about adjusting because your gauge is a little different than what the pattern is. And we talk about this stuff all the time, but it's so fun to sort of hear someone else, how do they frame it? And if you're not as an experienced of a knitter, but you're interested in customization, this is an incredible resource. So highly recommend. You do not need higher level math. This is exactly the type of math I love. And she kind of really walks you through some examples too.
Does look good.
It's really, really good. Especially if you're, I know, if you're thinking about customization, trying to get knits that fit you. I mean, we have these conversations with customers all the time.
We do.
And it, just even comparing, the yolks.
Here
different.
It is, the whole yoke thing. Now I'm like, oh, I think I might need this book.
Sometimes we just are really effective marketers to ourselves.
We are.
This book came in a couple weeks ago. We only have one copy left, so it will definitely be on the reorder list. But it is a really lovely. It's published by Pom Pom, and it's a lovely book that takes you right through some of the basics of crochet. Really nice step by step instructions about stitches, and then there's some projects. But Ollie, one of our new colleagues, said that they felt like this was a really great, the way that it was laid out and the information as it was presented. So I actually bought one of the copies because I have a friend who's a crocheter who is having a birthday. So
nice.
Crochet How, look at those cute slippers on the back. And then this one, which I definitely did a little social media for and talked a little bit about on the Zoom last week with the Cartography knit along, because I had just bought a copy for myself. This is the sweater. This is the one that I'm in love with.
I'm in love with it too.
I've never knit I've never knit a fingering weight sweater though.
Neither
so this would be a big leap. But it's a beautiful book. I mean, look at this. Gorgeous. It's by Erica Auberg, and what's super fun is that the beginning of each section starts with a little map and a little write-up about the island. So there's Shetland in here. Look at these socks, these knee socks. But it's just a gorgeous book, and there's multiple designs in here that I'm very interested in. So happy
it's a good one.
That we have this, and we did restock, so have copies.
So much to talk about. We could go on, but
I know,
but we won't.
We'll be back in a couple weeks, though.
Yes,
we'll have a podcast
we will.
In a couple weeks.
And will you be here in 2 weeks?
I will be.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And yes, we will see you then.
See you then. We hope that you're knitting or crocheting or stitching something great to get you through these darker winter months where we're getting more light, but it's not quite there. So
yesterday was the half day, halfway through winter.
Yep.
So
hooray! Thanks so much for watching.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a comment. We love your comments, and we hope you have a great day. Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.
Bye.
Bye.